I should have coughed ahead of time. All right. Hello. Happy January 28th, 2018, an adventurous stream where we play Kingdom of Loathing, a dirty joke and stickman based game. I'm your host, a happle, known as McNally86. How are you guys doing today? I am doing fine, I guess. A little bit mad about something that happened, but it's not going to negatively affect the stream, I hope. So to start off today, I got a message from Ponotato. So I'm gonna just do my daily abilities really quick, and I'm gonna read the letter he sent me. So I'm gonna just wish for more wishes from the genie, and just put them away for later. All right. Okay. And before I read the letter, I'm going to summon some pants, because I'm not currently wearing any pants. So I'm going to wish for some Mysticality pants, and we'll make them sleazy pants. Yes, I actually do have the map to my nemesis. We're going to do that today. So yeah, I'm gonna find my nemesis today. Hey, it's fellow shunned by the Pokemon community friend Frederick. Alright, I'm gonna sacrifice to summon these pants on this pentagram. Firecracker and an 8-ball. Nah, let's not do the 8-ball. Let's do some self-control. And, let's see. Some drops of blood. There we go. Alright, summon some pants. You sacrifice the appropriate materials and rest for prayer to Pantsifer, the Lord of Pants Hell. A pair of pants appears on your altar in a cloud of pantstone smoke. Pantstone is like brimstone except for Pants Hell. Alright, I got the explosive, oily, bloody nylon dungarees of yelling. Alright, let's equip those hell pants right now, so I can be wearing pants while I read this letter. Ooh, they're very powerful pants. Alright, so the letter I received is here. Alright, so from Ponotato, Mary Crumbo. 2 high mains, too cold, too cold. And I acquire holiday fun. Drop this in a gift for a friend so they too can experience holiday fun. Sweet, he gave me holiday fun. I'm gonna go back to letters because he also sent me something else. He sent me a glob of grossness that says check your house. Yeah. Oh, also that guy I helped free last week sent me a mail. He said, my escape went off without a hitch, and I made my way safely home. I couldn't have done without you, McNally86. Please accept this charm as a token of my thanks. Perhaps it'll aid you in your future endeavors. Regards, Subject 37. I broke him out of, like, weird science jail. He sent me a mysterious silver lapel pin. Subject 37 sent you this lucky silver lapel pin as a thank you for helping escape Cobb's Knob Laboratory. It occurs to you that you have no idea what he actually was, and you don't recognize the squiggly glyph on the front of the pin either. Oh well. Regenerate HP and plus 5% meat for monsters. Not bad. Aw, your little sausage keeps pawing at your phone. Trying to get me. That's, sweet, I guess. Thank you, Fred, for being inappropriate. Okay. Keeping the theme of this game going, let's check and what other fellow players have written and make fun of them. Alright, so let's get the graffiti wall. Can we trust? Lol, bets. Pay it forward. Banksy. Pielzia was here. And then an ad. Alright. I'm not going to read their ad. I'm just going to post my ad. Yeah, green and Verdana, like I always do it. And let's see what else. All right, so I killed a bunch of assassins. The assassins kept coming for me, and that got me a map. So now I can kill my nemesis. All right, so it's probably down miscellaneous. Boy, I got a lot of junk in here. Okay, here we go. They dropped secret tropical volcano lair map. This nautical chart, which you acquired from an assassin sent after you by your nemesis, depicts several miles of ocean off the eastern coast of Loathing. Predominantly featured on the map is a skull-shaped island labeled Danger! Secret Tropical Island Volcano Lair! It looks like the sort of thing you guys back at the guild would be interested in seeing. Not that they've been all that helpful thus far. Alright, so I'm going to use it, because I can. Not unless I go actually cross-eyed, and I can't go cross-eyed, so I can't make the cat go cross-eyed. Let's try it. No, that didn't work. You investigate the map and notice a smaller, less confusing map in one of the margins. You follow that map to the eastern shore of the kingdom, where you encounter a kindly sailor who explains the rest of the map to you and offers to let you use his boat, not pictured, to go back and forth between the mainland and secret tropical volcano lair island. So there's the temple and some sort of lake here. There's a temple portico and a protester. Before I worry about this, I'm going to go talk to the people at my guild hall, even though they haven't been that helpful, and see what they suggest. Alright, Asiago the Postomancer. And he's not helpful. Okay, back to the... Oh, I gotta use the map every time I want to go there, huh? Control F, map. Probably faster to go volcano. Alright, let's use the map. And let's talk to this protester. A man on the beach appears to be protesting the spaghetti cult, although he's doing it from a distance that you would generously call safe and not as generously call cowardly. He's wearing a V for Vivala mask and holding a sign that reads, "The spaghetti cult is a cult!" with a smaller sign below that which says, "And it sucks!" Okay, how is this guy gonna sound? He is a protester, he is an anon. No, I can't make the cat go cross-eyed. You can bribe me all you want, but I can't do it. Alright. So. I just tried. See, that's all I can do. Down... Man, I want that Subway sandwich. You know I do. Alright. Let's see. How's this guy sound? This guy probably sounds like, "Down with spaghettology!" he shouts as he sees you approach. Nothing wrong with comic book guy, right? You're down with spaghettology? Yes, I'm down with... Wait, what? No, I'm against them. They're not a legitimate religion. They're a cult. They're evil. Well, yeah, you nod slowly. I don't think they've ever claimed otherwise, have they? They do terrible things in that mountain temple of theirs. Horrible, evil things. Right, because they're an evil cult. They do human sacrifice and stuff, probably. They force their members to give them money. Like, all of their money. Jeez, you guys with the bribes. Alright, let me get through this and I'll see what I can do. That's worse than the human sacrifice, you ask, raising an eyebrow? Oh, well, no, I wouldn't say that, but they do brainwash people. Right, because they're a cult. Right! And? The guy looks around hesitantly and shuffles his feet a bit. And they're, bad? So let me get this straight, you say. You're here protesting an evil demon cult and horrible things they do, despite the fact that they're quite obviously an evil demon cult, and don't seem to be making any attempt to disguise the fact that they're doing those horrible things. Yeah? Why? Well, he huffs indignantly, someone has to tell the world. And you're doing that by protesting by yourself on a beach on an island in the middle of the ocean. Oh yeah, you're here and I told you about them. Oh, I already knew about them. You see, that proves that word is getting out. My message is spreading far and wide. Hold it, Chester, you interrupt. I've never heard of you or your little movement before, and I'm here because that thing they worship is my official nemesis. And I'm going to throw it against the wall until it sticks. Really? You're here to put an end to their evil schemes? He looks around shiftily. Well, with a mask on, he looks pretty shifty anyways, and lowers his voice to whisper. Listen, maybe I can help you? I knew a guy on the inside who managed to pass me some important cult documents before he went missing. I haven't got an idea of what they are, but they're all in code. He seems to think they're pretty important, though, and, you look smart. Maybe if you could figure out the code, they'll be of some use. He hands you a thick bundle of papers covered with squiggly glyphs, not gifs, sorry. Huh, you say, impressed despite yourself. Maybe you're not the useless goofball I assumed you were, thanks. No problem, man, but just let me know if anyone's van needs to blow up or anything. Oh, he is. Check Lyle. Oh! Okay, well, before we look at these encoded cult documents, we should check Lyle. In fact, we should check these documents. I should see if I can go cross-eyed, and then we'll look at Lyle. Alright, encoded cult documents. An anonymous protester gave you this bundle of secret documents that he somehow acquired from the Spaghetti Cult. Unfortunately, they're written in some sort of secret cult code, and you can't make heads or tails out of them. But you could make a hat or pterodactyl. Okay. Alright, so let's see if I can make this go cross-eyed. I'll check Lyle. Okay. Just let me... Okay. Switch to advanced UI. No, I want tracking. Tracking config. Karaoke. Voice effects. General options. Alright, so let's see. There are parental controls. Key bindings. Ooh, this looks good. Oh. Something happened. Hello. Okay. That didn't do anything. Alt. Yeah. No, that didn't. I didn't do anything. Trigger special aim. Activate lip sync. Okay, load slots. Save slots. Hand up. That's left mouse button. That's not going to work. Right hand. That's shift left mouse button. That's not doing anything. Okay. Special pose. Z. Doing nothing. Okay, special pose. No. Okay. Nope, that didn't do anything. Well, no. Okay. I'm not seeing a way I can go cross-eyed by cheating with digital effects. I could just try. No, that didn't do anything. Yeah. I'm not seeing it. Device graphics. No. Nope. I'm not seeing how I could do this. Behavior. Ah! There is a toggle to enable crossed eyes. Here we go. Did I do it? I don't think I did it. Yeah. That didn't really seem to do anything. Enable custom actions. Show actions. Nope. Yep. I don't know. I enabled crossed eyes, but I don't think I can actually cross my eyes. So, software was turning off crossed eyes. Now that's disabled, I can try, but I'm not able to do it, so. Sorry, Fred. Sorry, it was Kyer who promised me Mr. A's. I'm not able to do it. Not really. I'm no man in the moon over here. Alright, so let's try... Oh, message received. Here's a Mr. A anyways. Oh, man. That's nice of you. I got a mini Mr. Accessory. This is a tiny Mr. Accessory for your mini adventurer. In the days of old, you would have kept his mini... This would have kept his mini account from being deleted, but now it just shows he cares about the kingdom. You used to, if you bought a Mr. A, your account wouldn't be deleted, so... Yeah, that used to be the old use for it. Oh, that's cute. Thank you. Is Bodeas using any equipment right now? Because I could probably put that on him. Oh man, that is an old picture. Don't. That brings up bad memories. All right. Let's put on the mini Mr. Accessory. Bam. Oh, I can't because he's already got something on. Oh, no, never mind. Only the mini adventurer can put that on. I don't have the mini adventurer. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it, especially because next weekend I'm going to be at the game shop, and I know you never come down to visit me when I'm doing game demos. Alright, so let's check out Lyle. So as a reminder, Lyle made us build his monorail, and once the monorail was completed, we got a little prize for helping build it. Nothing really came of having built the monorail, but let's look. A sign near Lyle's desk reads, Monorail progress 100%. Good day to you, good friend. Don't wear that sad frown. A time of great fortune has come to town. The path is laid clear and the rail stock delivered. Now all that track is properly jiggered. If you wait but a while, maybe 1 day or 20, the monorail launch will be quite the event. Okay, well, I guess I'll keep checking back every day to see what will happen with the monorail. Monorail. Right. I don't know. Keep checking back to see what's happening with the monorail, kids at home. So for now, let's look at those documents and try to catch my nemesis. All right. Encoded cult documents. I cannot use them. Maybe I should go back to my class hall. See if they can do anything. They haven't done anything yet. Nope, they can't do much. Okay. Those documents don't do anything. That's weird. I would have expected them to do something. Well, I can always just try to break into the cult, I suppose. I mean, that's always an option, is crime. Crime is always the option. Alright, has the protester said anything? You wander down the beach and find the protester doodling in a notebook. He looks up as you come closer. Oh, hey! Oh, hey there! And you're getting in the temple? I'm still working on it. What are you drawing? Some kind of cartoon bear? Yeah, this is a pedagogue bear who teaches children of the world about... I just decided that I don't want to actually know. Alright, let's check out the Temple Portiso. You step up to the portico of the temple, that is the front steps and columned outer area that forms sort of the temple's sort of front porch thing. Yes, you are Arnie and I am Chunt. Come to Chunt's night, guys. Why don't you ever come to Chunt's night? I'm gonna come to Chun's night. No, you're not. I know you're not coming to Chun's night. All right. So I'm on the porticio, the front porch, and immediately see what is about the stonework that caught your eye as you were rowing towards the island. Everything appears to be fashioned out of noodles that have somehow been petrified into stone. It gives it all a sort of wibbly tentacliness. It's a bit weird and off-putting. The cultists here all appear to be neophytes and other low-level members of the cult hierarchy. Some of them glance at you, but take little notice, perhaps assuming that you're here to join. Others scowl, perhaps recognizing you as an intruder, but unsure what to do about it. The rest seem to have decided that you're not their problem. How wrong they are. You feel a momentary pang of guilt. It's probable most of these people aren't actually evil, but joined the cult out of a desire to belong to some sort of community, without knowing what they were getting themselves into. Regardless, if you're going to get into that temple, you probably have to noodle the hell out of these guys. Sucks to be them. Alright, so I could fight cultists if I go there. Let's check out the temple. You start to enter the temple proper, but stop short when several large and powerful-looking cultists turn and glare at you. Apparently, the temple is firmly off-limits to outsiders. You could probably take one of these guys without much trouble, but fighting the whole mob of them doesn't sound like a very wise use of your time or your hit points. Alright, let's thin out the herd, I guess. You're fighting an evil spaghetti cult technician. Naturally, in a cult, you've got the chanting underlings and the blood-drenched priests, and the middle managers who organize everything. But who's the guy who has to actually go out and kidnap and drug the sacrifices? Who has to sharpen the knives and make sure the PA system is working? And has Carmen Burana queued up already? Who has to mop the floor afterwards? Who, in other words, is the one who actually gets stuff done? By the way, I'm finding out my eyes are going out and I need glasses, if that explains anything. Yep, it's this guy. Underpaid, underappreciated, and eager for a chance to go a little postal. Oh look, here's his chance. You get the jump on him. Blast him with the cannons. You summon a massive cannoli cannon fired at your opponent. Blast your opponent with bacon bits, dealing 114 sleaze damage. Gah, claws at my opponent with its filthy lasagna fingernails, dealing 9 spooky damage. He stops to fix a short in one of the speakers on the PA system. Blast him. You summon a massive cannoli cannon and fire it. It hits him with rotting fruit, dealing 117 stench damage. You're not there. You're never there. I know you'll never be there. You'll say you'll come to Chun's night, but you're never coming to Chun's night. I get it. Monster Manuel says... Manuel says, the evil spaghetti cult technician can build a makeshift altar out of nothing but duct tape and binder clips. Alright. I'm gonna change out my pet really fast, and let's try doing this again. I'm gonna bind the Penne Dreadful. You've learned to bind a hard-boiled skeleton detective to your service. It'll come in handy if on some stormy night a dame walks into your office with legs all the way down. That will help me, I bet, solve this mystery. You focus your mind on the world behind the world, and the world slightly to the southwest of that world. You open your third eye and see a swirling mass of color and light, without form or shape. Then you put a contact lens on your third eye, and you find that you're standing in a seedy, run-down office. A fan spins lazily and ineffectively overhead, and there's a beat-up old desk with a pile of dirty laundry carelessly piled about, spilling into the chair behind it. The whole scene is lit by the sun shining feebly through a window with dusty horizontal blinds on it, barely penetrating the thick smoke that fills the air. Suddenly, the pile of laundry sits up, and you see it's a man with 5 o'clock shadow, wearing whiskey-colored clothes so disheveled you wonder if they were ever heveled in the first place. He glares at you with bloodshot eyes, and a disembodied voice begins to speak. It was Alright, let's get into this. It was a dark day in the city with chronic indigestion. my head pounding like the world's biggest chain gang was breaking rocks in my head. Speaking of which, I had some put in my glass of bourbon. That'd at least kill that bittersweet taste of blood and regret, dames. Why does it always have to be about a dame? Hello, you say? He looked at me the way you'd look at something you've stepped in and would have had to run your foot back and forth in the grass to get rid of. Only you'd never get it all out and the stench would follow you the rest of the day. Hello, he said. He looked like he was 51 cards short of a full deck, but maybe he had a case for me. I hope so, because I needed a case. A case of bottles of bourbon, and for that I needed money. Moolah, simoleons. Oh, that's still still him going. You realize that somehow you're hearing the private eye's interior monologue. Only if you can hear it, is it still interior monologue? That's precisely the kind of conundrum that makes other planes of existence so mind-twistingly irritating. I don't know if you have a case per se, you say. In fact, I don't even play the violin, but I can summon you into the plane of existence where you can help me find things, I suppose. This guy was offering me a bright red apple of a deal, the voiceover says, and I couldn't help but look for the worm. Maybe he wanted me to go to some crazy place where there wasn't any booze. Maybe it was a place with no dames. Maybe that'd be for the best. Oh, there's plenty of booze where I come from, you say. Just tell me your name, and when I get back I'll summon you. The mook wanted to know my name. I was tempted to tell him Pudding Tame, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I should just take his case and pay the bills. Mostly Bill the bookie and Bill the bourbon salesman. All right, Palooga, the private eye says, opening his mouth for the first time. The name's Nick Noir. I'm a gumshoe, you know, a Seamus, a flatfoot, a sleuth. You shake his hand. You know, Private Dick. Well, you say, I'll definitely summon you then. Most of my friends are pretty public about it. Alright. I got a tiny little Penny Dreadful, and his name is Nick Noir. That's cool. Alright, he'll help me solve the crime of the cultists. And Fred tells me something during that monologue. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? One of my eyes doesn't work now, so I guess we're even. Yes. The force was not strong with that one. Alright, let's go back to Temple Portico. I'm fighting an evil spaghetti neophyte. This guy's new to the cult, and frankly, it's not quite what he expected. I mean, the robes are cool and all, but there's a lot less blood sacrifice and communing with ancient and unspeakable evil than he expected. And a lot more meetings and TPS report cover sheets. Still, though, he's managed to brown nose himself to a front row spot in the chanting section at the big sacrifice next week, and getting noticed as a competent, enthusiastic chanter is a great way for your cult advancement opportunities. Another thing he didn't expect was to get attacked out of the blue by angry postamancers. So I will fire a stuffed mortar shell. He tries to garrote you with a strand of spaghetti, but it's too brittle. Blast him with the cannon. You summon a massive cannoli cannon, fire at your opponent. It blasts your opponent with ice cubes, doing cold damage. There's a deafening shriek, and the mortar shell strikes the ground from your foe, bursting open and showering with overflowing trash cans, dealing stench damage. You win the fight, and Monster Manuel tells me, this evil in front of this neophyte's name is pretty redundant. It's not like there are a ton of totally nice guys in the evil spaghetti cult. I'm fighting another technician, and I will just blast him with the cannon a couple times. Nick Noir's voiceover says, I wanted to go to Cherchez La Femme, but dames never go for guys like me. I'm a deadbeat and a drunk, and my body's made of pasta. I'll never be al dente enough for this kind of dame. Alright, I don't know how that's helped me at all, but Nick Noir has voiceovered at this enemy. And Nick Noir's voiceover says, my new friend didn't look like much, but I could tell he was a professional at the world's second oldest profession, beating someone up for their money. Hey, someone else thought I should use a monocle. See, it's not a dumb idea. I do need a monocle. Alternatively, I could get regular readers and just pop out one lens. Alright. So I'm fighting another evil spaghetti cult middle manager. Ba-bam. And I'll just shoot him with the cannon. Acquire a cult memo. Gosh. Cult memo. Crystal orb of spirit wrangling. And a new message from Monster Manuel. Before I read the items, Monster Manuel tells me, be sure to have your FPS reports properly filed before attempting to fight these guys, otherwise that could get even more troublesome. It stands for Fight Procedure Specification, not the other thing. Alright, so the Crystal Orb of Spirit Wrangling is a Pokeball. This is a round sphere about the size of a tennis ball, with one hemisphere fashioned from the purest, most flawless quartz crystal, and the other hemisphere made of a rich, dark red jasper. This is the sort of magical orb is commonly used to store some manner of ghost or spirit until it's needed later. Don't worry, I'm sure it's very nice in there, and not at all like being forcibly trapped in a tiny, featureless prison. Okay, that's interesting. And then the cult memo. It looks like you found some sort of note or memo relating to the spaghetti cult. It's written in the same code as all the other documents, but the cultist you got it from seems to have made some notes about the content in the margin. It's nothing interesting, though. Huh, maybe if you had some samples like this one, you might be able to use them to crack a cipher. Sweet. Okay, let's check out these items right now. They're both usable. Alright, so let's use the, I could look at the orb. Okay, let's try using the memo first. Without even trying, you can tell that the single memo isn't going to be enough information to decode the cult documents with which the cult documents to decode. Okay, so let's look at the orb. This is a thing that doesn't really do anything anymore. Oh, can we use it? It doesn't really do anything anymore. That's weird. Okay. Thank you, very noir. Dank Mamester. Alright, I'm fighting another middle manager. When you think of evil cultists, you're probably thinking about either the high priest who tears out the still-beating heart of the sacrifice's torso, or the huge crowds of guys standing in the background chanting, "Oh, Fortuna!" Obviously, though, you also need some guys to schedule the event, make sure the chanters know their lines, and fill out the paperwork afterwards. It's one of those guys, and frankly, they're amongst the most evil of the bunch. How much of a surprise this is to you is determined by how much time you've ever spent sitting in a cubicle. Alright, I'm going to blast him with the cannon, and he's dead. I got another cult memo, and a cultist spaghetti mask. This mask is designed to look like a shapeless mass of noodles. It's very disconcerting. The cultists wear them to keep their identity secret from each other, which is important if you don't want people to know what sort of insane things you get up to in your spare time. Just imagine what would happen if the Homeowners Association found you worshipped a crazy evil pasta god. You'd never hear the end of it. Plus 15% damage to spells. That's pretty good. But I bet on my head I'm wearing the colander. No, I'm not. I'm not even wearing the colander. Well, we'll fix that. We'll sort by power. And is it even near the top? Cultist spaghetti mask. What about the colander? I believe I had a colander of like a colander of MRL. Mysticality plus 11. I'm gonna equip the colander of MRL. That seems like good. Am I using... I'm not even using the correct weapon. I should be using my my epic weapon. I don't remember what my epic weapon was. Was it a spork or something? I don't remember what my epic weapon was called. Shoot. Jacob's rung. There's so much stuff here. Bad vibro knife. Shooting morning star. I should really clean out my stuff. Greek pasta spoon of peril. There we go. Alright, let's go back to the temple portico. Pet him. Oh! I just remembered. I also got something cool off the assassin. He dropped something. Alright, he dropped a pet. I got a pet. I got a macaroni duck. This is a beautiful example of ancient art of Robinogamy, wherein pictures are made by gluing various macaroni shapes to a piece of paper. Some people add paint and glitter as well, but traditionalists scoff at this stuff. This particular piece is a rather artistic macaroni duck. I forgot I got a new pet. I'll put it in the terrarium. Alright, you put the macaroni duck in your familiar grow terrarium. A brief incantation and she blinks in surprise and quacks up at you. They say you can't fight evil with a macaroni duck, but maybe that's just because they've never tried. You name him Gilliam. Take him with you right now. I'm going to rename him... Quackers. Alright. Quackers Duke. There we go. Oh, you know what? He could be Duke Quackers. There we go. Duke Quackers, I think. Congrats on your disco ball. Familiar renamed. Alright, I'm using Quack Dukers. And let's feed him some dog chow. And some ghost dog chow. Level him up a bit. Like some 5 times. Nope, it didn't actually go 5 times. Alright, and let's get some equipment for him. I can get some equipment for him if I fight him in the arena. Alright, let's fight the starfish and hide and seek. Alright, compete. You enter Duke Quackers against Hershey in a game of hide and seek. Hershey shines too bright to hide well. Duke Quacker stays hidden for 40 seconds. Hershey stays hidden for only 31. I'm the winner, and I need to win 4 more times before I get a prize from the goodie sack. Alright, I'm just going to keep doing this. And now I got a farfalle bow tie. Farfalle is a kind of pasta that's shaped like little bow ties. What better use for bow tie shaped pasta than as a bow tie for your macaroni duck? I ask you. I'm not expecting an actual answer. Plus 10 pounds of barnacle. I forget what barnacle does. So the way pets work in this game is pets are a combination of other pets. Let's give him 10 levels of a different pet class. Alright, so let's go back to my terrarium and look at all the pets. Alright, so what does a barnacle do that he's got 10 levels of on my new pet? Alright. Barnacle weakens enemies. I also forgot to read the haiku here. Noodly avian burns enemies with magic and love, not really. Attacks enemies and restores my MP. So this is partly an MP restoring pet and partly an attacking pet. So it's like a Gru plus something else. But now it's a Gru plus something else plus Barnacle. Alright, so let's go back to the volcano lair. And now that I'm using pasta magic, I can really mess up these noodle cultists. Alright. Volcano lair. Alright, let's go back to messing the heck out of these cultists. You're fighting an evil spaghetti cult technician. Let's shoot him with the... Alright. Let's shoot him. You summon a massive cannoli cannon and fire him at your opponent. It blasts your opponent with phoenix eggs, dealing 120 hot damage. He stops to sharpen the sacrificial knives. Nothing's more embarrassing than stabbing a beast with your steely knife and not having it die. I kill him. Duke Quackers quacks loudly, and a bolt of enriched wheat Energy tears through your opponent for 21 damage and then arcs towards you, energizing your nervous system. Oh, he's a ghoul pet. Oh, he's just ghoul. You gain 21 mana points. As you rush to the side of an imminent meteor strike, I get blah, blah, blah. Alright. Okay, so let's kill another cult technician. Duke Quackers quacks loudly, and he does that again with wheat energy. Alright. Nick Noir's voiceover says, "If I knew one thing about the local goon squad, it's that they didn't take no for an answer. Fortunately, the answer we were giving them was somewhat more empathetic than that. You win the fight." I have no idea what Nick Noir is doing, but he's doing it pretty hard. And Monster Manuel tells me, "An evil spaghetti cult technician always carries a whetstone, a lodestone, and a firestone tire." Alright, I'm fighting a neophyte. Duke Quackers flaps her wings. Oh, so should it have been Duchess? Duchess? Duke Quackers flaps her wings, and tendrils of noodly force materialize around your opponent, entangling their limbs and slowing them down. Alright. Duke Quackers is pretty cool. Duke Quackers waggles his wings at you to distract you, then jabs me with his old Beelzebub pitchfork. Restores my MP somehow. And Monster Manuel tells me, "Unless evil refers to the cult itself like the cult's full name is Evil Spaghetti Cult, then it makes no sense." Never mind. Evil Spaghetti Cult neophyte. Alright, I'm fighting another Evil Spaghetti Cult middle manager. Acquire another cult memo. I doubt I have enough of these to do anything, but let's see. Recent items. Memos. I have 3. You puzzle over the memos for a bit. You're pretty sure this one squiggly line refers to their spaghetti god, and the other code is for cultists, or cultist, or possibly trombone. Evidently more research is necessary to solve this puzzle. Okay. I'm just going to keep getting things. You know what? If I dress up Duke Quackers differently, I can get more item drops if I dress up as Prince George. I got another memo, so let's see if I can solve it. After spending some time correlating the memos to the cult documents, you're starting to get a handle on the code. You've worked out which squiggles are the numbers and deciphered the phonetic code that they use for the names and other things that don't have a glyph of their own. You're so close to cracking this, you can almost taste it. I'm fighting another neophyte, and I win, and don't acquire anything. Monster Manuel tells me, "And you're asking, but what about the facts about this neophyte? His first name's Gary, and it turns out the bottom plate of the stapler, and he turns around the bottom plate of the stapler so the staple legs face out instead of in. That is evil. I've had students do that to me. That is really annoying. If you don't work in an office or staple all day, you won't know about that. But it is evil to turn around the bottom plate on the stapler. Yeah, I don't even know why you're allowed to do that in some states. You summon a massive cannoli cannon and defeat the opponent. And Monstrous Manuel tells me, "The evil spaghetti cult technicians aren't that passionate about their religion, but they are passionate about keeping a neat workspace." Okay, whatever you say. Okay, so I'm not really getting any more cults. Did I already get enough cult memos? No, I had 4. Okay, come on, more cult memos, please. Alright, I got another one. And Monster Manuel tells me about this evil spaghetti cult middle manager. "The evil spaghetti cult middle managers dream of moving up the cultic ladder. Perhaps one day they might even make vice president of the department. Well, if no ventures come along to slay their evil god and destroy their temple." Alright, so let's read these memos. You set to work decoding the cult documents. Several hours and 2 pots of coffee later, the last piece of the puzzle clicks into place. Feeling quite proud of yourself, you transcribe a new decoded copy of the documents back on the back of their originals and throw the now useless memos away. Alright, so let's use the decoded cult documents. You pore over the secret cult documents and reconstruct one of the rituals. Acquire skill, bind spaghetti elemental. Your research into the ancient cult rituals has taught you how to bind a spaghetti elemental to your service. Well, you were cool, Nick Noir, but we got new hotness, so I guess I better use this. Wow, that costs a lot of mana. Let's learn it. You recite the incantations you learned from the decoded cult documents, reaching out across dimensions with your mind and pulling back a small lump of material about the size from the elemental plane of spaghetti. It writhes and twists in the air, a noodly sphere about the size of a cantaloupe. It is a very young specimen and not particularly impressive, but once it's powered up a little, it might be convincing enough to fool one of these minor cultists. It hovers next to your shoulder and attempts to communicate telepathically with you. Since it's so inexperienced, the message comes across as, "Huh? I guess you need a name, huh?" You reply. "I'll call you Shvagu." They'll do. "We're going to beat up some evil cultists, okay?" It's a long story. Alright, so his name is Shvagu. Alright, now let's go back to the Porticio and keep blowing up these cultists. I don't know if that's helpful at all. I bet I probably have to level them up. Well, let's try to get in the temple right now and see what happens. You start to enter the temple proper, but stop short with several... Yeah, okay, I can't get in. Alright, so I'm gonna have to level up my pasta elemental, I guess. So I'll be back next week. Probably good for me. My eyes are starting to hurt and I'm getting a headache because I need that darn monocle. And yeah, alright. You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you next week. And yeah, thank you for being here and interacting with me and such. So be sure to come to Chunt's Night next week on Saturday. I hope to see you there. You're a good friend, Fred. You're a good friend. Alright, bye. I need to find the button. Eyes.